Hello there, my name's Scott. Today I'm going to be doing a review on a disposable electronic cigarette which I received from www.e-cigs.co.uk. That's e-cigs.co.uk. Before I start, I must point out I did receive it free of charge for the purpose of conducting a review, but my opinion on the product remains true, honest and accurate as always. Okay, so now it is a disposable, so basically just designed to you get it, you put it together, you vape it, and once the battery or the cartridges run out, then you chuck it in the bin. Okay, so it doesn't come in any sort of presentation box, it just comes in a packet like this, but let's go and have a look at it in a bit more detail. Okay, so the disposable cigarette doesn't come in any sort of flash box or anything like that, it just basically comes in like a sealed packet like this. You've got your instructions on the back. The instructions do say, whereabouts is it? It says each disposable atomizer can be sucked for 300 mouthfuls. So in other words, he's saying you can take sort of like 300 inhales off it before the actual battery or the cartridge runs out. Now, by my reckoning, if the average smoker takes, say, 15 drags per cigarette, 300 divided by 15 is exactly 20. So in theory, this should be the equivalent of basically one box of 20 cigarettes. Obviously time will tell. So what I do is I'm just going to, I've got a pair of scissors here, I'm just going to cut it open and assemble it. If I can. Okay, let's move that out of the way. Okay, so this basically these ones are made up of you've got your battery and you have a what's called a cartomizer. And rather than being a separate atomizer and a separate cartridge, a cartomizer is basically a cartridge with a built-in atomizer. And these type of cartridges tend to hold a lot more e-liquid than what a regular cartridge would. You've got two sort of little bungs on the end here, so you take those off and literally it just screws together, so just voila. Okay, so looks wise, we know it's obviously trying to look like a real cigarette. It does a fairly good job of that. It's a little bit big. I've got a real cigarette here just to sort of give you a size comparison, and you can see it is considerably longer than like a regular king size cigarette. Probably just about a centimetre longer than maybe like a Super King, something like that. And width wise it's just a tad wider. Okay, so that is the disposable, so let's go and have a look and see what it vapes like. Okay, so that is the disposable electronic cigarette. It's all put together now. So what I'll do is I'll have a, normally when I do sort of reviews on disposables, I'll give you like my first impressions. So like I'm trying it sort of straight out the box or the packet in this case. And then I'll go away and I'll vape it for, normally I think this is the first electronic cigarette, disposable electronic cigarette that I've done a review on. Now if it's saying it's only going to last roughly the equivalent of sort of 20 cigarettes, and that's probably less than a day's worth of vaping for me. So I'm probably only going to use it for about probably about 6-7 hours, something like that. Then I'll come back and record the second half and just sort of give you my final thoughts. Normally if I'm doing like reviews on disposable cigars, then I normally sort of vape them for a couple of days because they tend to have a battery that lasts a lot longer than what this one is probably going to last, or the cartridge is going to last. But nevertheless, I'll give you my first impressions now, then I'll come back later on and give you my final thoughts on it. So let's see what it vapes like. And it's got a surprisingly good amount of vapour. Now this is the first review that I've done on a disposable electronic cigarette, but I have had plenty in the past, and they've all been pretty rubbish, to be quite honest. None of them have produced vapour anywhere near the amount of what I'm getting here at the moment, which is a pretty good sign. It's not bad at all. The flavour of the cartridge, this is a tobacco, and I forgot to mention actually it's also a high, it doesn't actually say what the milligram strength is, but it just says it's a tobacco flavour and it's a high nicotine strength. Flavour of it, it's a nice flavour, but it's got a nice tobacco taste to it, but I can definitely taste a hint of apple there. as I'm sort of like inhaling on it, I'm getting a really strong sort of taste of apple, like really nice sort of sharp, sort of fresh apple down the right hand side of my tongue. But as soon as I finish inhaling, I'm just getting a really nice sort of tobacco flavour. So I'm pretty certain it's not meant to taste like apple, but it could just be my taste buds are just completely knackered these days. But yeah, it's still a nice flavour though. It's got a nice strong throat hit. Excuse me. I like to do a mouth inhale. You take the vapour into your mouth, then you breathe it down into your lungs. That gives you that sort of kick in the back of your throat, and I'm getting a really nice strong kick there. I'll just see what a direct lung inhale's like. Pretty strong. Yeah, after about sort of, I don't know how long that was, about sort of 2 or 3 seconds, I'm getting a really strong raspy sensation in the back of my throat there, which is not too nice, but I know some people do like it. Yeah, I'm really surprised about the amount of vapour that's coming out of it though. So what I'll do then is I'll go away and I'll vape on this for the next sort of, probably about sort of 6 hours, because obviously I want to make sure that there's enough battery life and enough cartridge life left in it for me to come back and obviously give you a final thoughts and just to sort of show you how it's holding up. So I'm going to go away now and I'll see you in a little bit, and I'll probably need a bit of a shave and a brush my hair as well, because it's about 5 o'clock in the morning here at the moment. So I'm going to go and have a couple of hours kip, then I'll give this a good vape and then come back and see you in a bit, and I'll probably look a little bit more smarter then. Okay guys, see you in a bit, bye bye. Okay, so I've been using the Disposable for probably about sort of 7 hours now, and you know, it still seems to be going really well. Definitely noticing a slight dip in the vapour production now though, especially compared to when I first started using it. And but I'm still getting a really nice strong throat hit out of it though. And the throat hit is still exactly the same as what it is, or still as strong as when I first started using the device. So I'll just quickly show you what the vapour's like now. You can see, you know, you're still getting a pretty nice amount of vapour out of it, but it's definitely not quite as much as when I very first started using it though. The apple flavour that I mentioned at the start of the video, that pretty much sort of completely went away after about an hour, and I'm just left with the like the really nice sort of strong tobacco flavour. I was a little bit disappointed about that, because it was actually a really nice combination. You wouldn't expect apple and tobacco to sort of work together well, but you know, it did seem to actually be a really nice flavour. Anyway guys, that's pretty much all I can really tell you about it really. You know, it works well. Getting a nice amount of vapour there, getting a nice strong throat hit as well. You know, I'm not too sure who these are really sort of aimed at really. I suppose if you're a pub landlord maybe, you know, you stick a few of these behind the bar, you're probably going to have to try and, you know, obviously sort of get the smokers back indoors, and you're probably going to have quite a few happy punters there. Or maybe if you've never tried an e-cig before, you're looking for a cheaper option rather than sort of paying out for a full starter kit, you just want to sort of try one for the first time, you probably wouldn't be disappointed at all with trying one of these. You know, that's as much as I can really tell you about it really. So, you know, if you fancy getting yourself one, if you go along to www.e-cigs.co.uk, that's e-cigs.co.uk. Now, if you're watching this on my website, if you click the banner above my head, that'll take you through to their website and give you a 5% discount on your purchase. Or if you are watching this on YouTube, if you click on the link in the YouTube description box, again, that'll take you through to the website and give you a 5% discount on your purchases. Okay guys, thank you for watching, happy vaping, see you later.